Exactly.
These niggas got us working.
Yo, what's going on, people? What's popping? What up? We are back.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing. Let me just. Huh?
So we back in the building. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I was just saying. Let me say one thing. See, here's how I know niggas is freeloading, right?
Mm.
And I mean, no offense. I mean, we're here for you guys, right? It is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just making an observation. You know, niggas is freeloading because we be having dope ass topics,
and
niggas call in and don't say shit about the topic and just want to ask their own personal fucking questions. You feel me? So they're not calling in to add to the show or add to the conversation. I mean, some guys do. Don't get me wrong. I know some guys call in and they say, "Hey, yo, I want to add. I want to, put my 2 cents in," and that's cool. But most niggas, they just be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I donated. I have a question." It's like, all right, whatever, nigga. It's all good. It's all good. Y'all come through for the free game and that's it. But this episode is going on the Patreon.
Exactly. So the game, it's
what I'm saying?
Gonna be heavy. But it's going on Patreon. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so that you guys can check out all of the, Patreon joints. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But before we get in, and today we're going to be talking about how women act when they think that, you're too good for them. You understand? These are women who are intimidated by you. These are women who, they see you as that top guy. You feel me? And they're going to act certain ways. So we're going to tell you some of the ways that women are going to act so that you know that this is actually happening, and how to understand if you are that type of guy who she's going to, think you're too good for her. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. A lot of guys are not going to be able to fucking relate to this show. But the things that we teach you guys, it turns you into the guy that women think that they're, you're too good for them. You feel what I'm saying? So you're going to run into that shit at some point. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into all that, though, let's make this happen.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back. All right, so today's show talking about how women act when they think you're too good for them, right? Now, this is like women who actually think that you are out of their league. You feel what I mean? They're like, oh, this guy's out of my league. I can't even really fuck with this guy. I'm not sure. And guys, the calling number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224 is the number, right? Now, it's the thing. The reason why this topic is so important is because the better you get at game, right, the more attractive you become. The more attractive you become, right, the more intimidating you might be to a lot of different women. Because see, what you have to understand is women generally like guys who, and this is the thing, women, they like all types of guys, but women really, really, really love guys who are sort of in the middle. You understand? Guys who are kind of like, not really that confident. Like, they're attracted to confident guys. Trust me. They're attracted to guys who are like really good looking. They're attracted to guys who, is on point. But what makes women comfortable is a guy who's sort of in the middle, the average run of the mill guy. Because the average run of the mill guy, what happens is that she can sort of have the upper hand. You understand? She can control him in a certain way, meaning like, he feels lucky to be with her. So she feels comfortable with that because she can sort of run the show, right? So he'll take her out on 3, 4, 5 dates, do all of that type of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And, wine and dine her, make her feel special. So she feels comfortable in that situation. But the drawback to that is that for her is that she's not really that attracted to that guy. It's just like, for example, you guys might see a girl who you think is like a 5 or a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? But you really want the 8, 9, and 10. But you see this girl, she's like an average chick. You feel more comfortable approaching her and talking to her, right? Because she's not the dime, because you're scared of the dime. But the thing is that even if you get this girl, you're like, okay, that's cool, but I ain't really that into her, but I'll still fuck because she's there and she's a chick that I got access to for sex, but I don't really want her. I really want the dime, but I feel comfortable talking to this girl. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what happens with women is that they don't really want that average run of the mill, middle of the road type of guy, but they feel comfortable with that guy. Now, what they really want is the guy who's the 10. They want the guy who's on point. They want the guy who is, the most attractive dude. The guy who's confident, has that mouthpiece, got his shit together. He's on all cylinders. He's just on point, got a nice body, whatever the fuck it is that the chicks want, right? Now, what happens is that when you go out with these girls, talk to these girls, date these girls, flirt with them, interact with them, approach them, and in the street, at the bar, whatever it is, right? What's going to happen is that sometimes these women, they're going to look at you and they're going to interact with you and say, damn, well, this guy is just way too awesome. He's a little bit too smooth. He's a little bit too good looking. It seemed like he got his shit together. So the first thing they're thinking is, why the fuck would he want me? You understand what I'm saying? Why would he want my ass? Like, I'm just some chick.
I ain't shit.
Right. Don't he realize that I ain't really got nothing going on? Don't he realize that I'm just like a regular chick and I'm insecure and I got a bunch of bullshit going on? Like, don't he know, like he's, and this is what they're thinking. They're thinking, damn, I'm really attracted to this guy. But once he realizes that I'm on some bullshit, he's going to go. And I'm going to be sad and upset that this guy is going because I really want this guy. You understand? But what happens is that since they're intimidated by you and think that you're too good for them, right? Even if you want her, even if you are attracted to her, you might not end up getting her because she's going to charge herself to the game. This is what happens. She'll charge herself to the game because she feels that she can't live up to what she needs to live up to in order to be with a guy like you. You see what I'm saying? And so this is the type of stuff that happens when you're dealing with women who are intimidated by you, women who think that you're the type of guy who's a little bit too good for them. But Miles, what's your thoughts on all that shit though?
Well, I mean, this phenomena, yes, this phenomena is something that happens with people in general. but especially with the female, because the female is she's the epitome of insecurity. You understand? But here's what I mean when I said this phenomena that happens with all people. A lot of people are actually afraid of success. You know, we all say that we want success, but the truth is, a lot of us are afraid of it. You understand? We're afraid of change. You understand? We're afraid of the work that comes with success. Because that's the funny part about success.
Right.
You want to be the top. You want to, like, all right, for all my anime fans who ever watched Afro Samurai, right? Whenever you're the guy holding the #1 headband, right? You can't be a regular nigga no more.
Right.
You can't have a wife and kids and live a regular life. Because as soon as you put on the #1 bandana, the #1 headband, these niggas is literally coming for your head.
Right.
So that means now that you're the #1, you have the #1 headband. Your whole life is devoted and dedicated to trying to stay at #1. You understand? And that's like a metaphor for success. You trying to be #1. That means you have to maintain that position.
Right.
Because a lot of people forget about the fact that trying to get somewhere higher than you're at now, it's not only getting there, but it's actually maintaining all of the factors that got you there. You understand? And so what happens is the average person, because they, because you remember we talked about how dating is tough for the average guy. And I was talking about raising your highest height. So your average has to also go up.
Right.
So basically you can't be doing the same shit that you was doing. Right. So it's the same thing with these females. A lot of them, what happens is they get with, ain't shit nigga after ain't shit nigga.
Right.
You understand? Now they complain about it. And they hate it,
right?
But it becomes a part of their lifestyle. It becomes a part of what they're used to,
right?
And if you're a chick that gets with ain't shit nigga after ain't shit nigga after ain't shit nigga, what does that say about the quality of you as a woman?
Right.
That means the quality of you as a woman is somewhere down here, somewhere down here with the ain't shit niggas,
right?
You understand? But when you meet a dude that's on his game, that has wisdom, that has leadership, that knows how to talk to a female, that has the command of the English language, that has all his finances in order, that you go to his house, a bitch will go to a nigga house and his house is cleaner than hers.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
Cause you go to her house, she got fucking clothes everywhere, dirty dishes. The bathroom is, you ever go to some of these chicks' house? The bathroom is full of not cleaning. It's full of like makeup products and hair brushes and all of this shit. And there's still hair in the combs and the hair brushes and the hairspray and you understand? All of the different accessories that they use to get pretty, right? That they use to get fly, right? You go in their house and it's chaos.
Right.
And they come to your house, you got your shit together. You live in a high-rise condo with some beautiful shit like that. And your house is actually better and cleaner and nicer than theirs.
Right.
And they're like, hold up. So that means if I actually get with this nigga, I'm going to have to understand how to keep this place clean. And I don't even know how to keep my place clean.
Right.
I'm going to have to understand how to have a real like he might actually try to talk to me about something that's going on in the news with politics and shit.
Right.
And I actually have to be able to talk to this nigga about it. Right. Because remember when she was with the ancient niggas, all they needed to talk about was probably the last thing that happened on Hip Hop Housewives or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Or whatever's going on in the news with Future and whatever's going on the Shade Room and Gossip. You understand? But if you actually get with a dude that's well traveled and well educated, they actually have to raise their level.
Right.
And they're looking at it like, I don't know. I mean, I could get this nigga some pussy all day, but can I speak? can I add anything to his life other than the pussy that I got?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then it's so you know, they get to a point where they realize that I complain about these ain't shit niggas. However, I constantly attract ain't shit niggas.
Right.
Now I'm in the presence of a actual, not a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, guys. Not a nice guy, but I'm actually in the presence of a good man.
Mm-hmm.
A man, a nigga that knows what he's about, has his shit in order, and has requirements for his shit.
Right.
And all she's wondering is, can I meet those requirements?
Mm-hmm.
I've been fucking with ancient niggas back to back to back to back. And now I'm with a nigga that actually has requirements. Now I'm with a nigga that actually has shit in order. And I have to figure out how to fit in the order to be able to stay around him.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately they can't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of chicks, that's what they do. They get with ancient dudes because they know they're not much better than that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a crazy thing. So when you get with a certain, like, all right, I remember I got with a chick, and the chick wanted. This was just the second time we smashed. Matter of fact, the first time we smashed, she tried to spend the night.
Right.
But that was because she was in between jobs and in between apartments.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She already knew she wasn't shit. So she was trying to use the like nothing was going on in her life. So fucking with me in any capacity would have been a come up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it was just it's just like, again, it's like you have to be careful that it's not just like it's not just that she's intimidated, but some of these chicks, they also try to use it as a way to slide into your frame. Do you understand? And if you're not paying attention, a chick will slide into your frame simply because her life is in chaos. Her life is in shambles.
Right.
And she recognizes that she's in the presence of a good man, a good dude. You understand? And here's the thing. Understand that the thing that makes the good dude a good dude is not just the fact that he has his shit in order, like his finances and his house and his car and his job and his career. No, his game is in order.
Right.
You understand? So he can recognize an ain't shit bitch from a mile away.
Right. Exactly.
He can recognize a chick that's intimidated by him. And he can recognize a chick that also recognizes that she ain't about nothing, and she's trying to latch onto him on some fucking symbiotic parasite shit. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. So sometimes it's not just it's not just that she's intimidated. It's also that she'll try to fucking she'll try to latch on to you. She'll try to give you that pussy a certain way and make you feel a certain way. So you'll be like, oh, yo, this chick is cool, man. Shit, if she says she want to spend the night, it's all good. You can spend the night. No, a good dude, a good man knows that, bitch, it's too early for you to be spending the night. Get the fuck up out my house. Right. You get what I'm saying?
That's fact.
Because and that's a part of the intimidation. It's like they're intimidated, so they're willing to latch on. So it's different things you have to look out for. Right. You understand? It's different things that you have to look out for. And and that's why game is so important, guys. That's why game is so important, because sometimes even when a chick is trying to act cooperative, especially early on, right, there's a fucking reason. Right. You get what I'm saying? She has some type of agenda. That's why even if, that's Locario, even I'm indebted to you, bro. Because when you came out and said, yo, you got to vet chicks for at least 12 to 18 months, I was like, this nigga's a fucking genius.
I'm telling you, it's real. Dudes got to understand how this shit go, man.
Yo, y'all niggas talk all the shit y'all want to talk. I don't hear no other fucking nigga in the manosphere or dating coach or content creator saying none of that shit.
Right.
Every motherfucker you hear saying that shit now, they got it from Locario. I want y'all to know that shit.
Right. That's facts. That's
I
facts.
want y'all to fucking know that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all motherfuckers be acting like, oh, we just over here talking that bullshit game shit. No.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these motherfuckers is taking, come on, the purpose shit.
I know, right? Exactly. Take it off. Yo, I had somebody on TikTok hit me up and or leave a comment on my shit talking about, yo, you sound like so-and-so. And they said the so-and-so they was talking about was the nigga that stole my shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you understand?
you know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, what the fuck, man? It's crazy.
You see, the thing is, a lot of these, you know, a lot of these dudes don't even understand a fucking title like this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because a lot of these dudes don't really know how women act.
Mm-hmm.
They only know the theory of what they think a woman will do based on statistics.
Right.
But they don't actually hang out with bitches.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually find themselves in the presence of in the presence of women on a consistent basis.
Right.
You get me? So there's a lot missing from their theories, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So this is why shit like this is so fucking important.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we tell you how a woman behaves based on her being intimidated or based on her realizing that she's on a low level because she knows she can't reach up to your level,
Mm-hmm.
it's because we live this shit, bro.
Right.
We live it.
Right. And the thing is this, guys, and we'll take some calls in a second. The calling number is 516-387-1224. So for those on the phone lines, hang on for a second. So this is the thing I want to tell you guys real quick, because what I want you guys is to notice how a woman's going to actually act when she is intimidated by you. She thinks you're out of her league and she thinks you're too good for her, right? Now, what's going to happen is this. One sign that you'll see that this girl thinks that you're out of her league or you're too good for her, right, is she's going to like blatantly make it known, or she's going to show you that she's interested, meaning she's going to be flirting with you heavy. She's going to be giving you that look, those googly eyes and shit. And she's going to be, going back and forth with you, flirting or whatever, right?
Right.
But when it comes time for you to, let's say, exchange numbers or give her your number or whatever, or when it comes time to try to make something happen, she's going to immediately, you understand what I'm saying, reject you.
Right.
You understand? And you're going to be confused because you're going to be like, yo, why is this chick playing games like she's, you know what I'm saying? She's up here flirting me, going back and forth, whatever. But when it comes time to like make something happen, she just flat out is like, nah, she's not really trying to do it. Now, see, what happens is that some guys might think that's an attention whore thing. Now, the difference between an attention whore is that an attention whore doesn't usually show consistent interest. She kind of like shows interest to get attention, and then she starts moving away, and she starts acting all funny, and she's like all over the place. When a chick is intimidated by you but still attracted, and she thinks that you're too good for her, the fact that she's so attracted to you draws her into you, but she falls back because she knows that she can't actually really, really handle dealing with you on a realistic level.
Right.
What happens, it's like, okay, I'll give you guys an example so you know from your side of the spectrum. It's just like when you go and approach a girl, right? You might go talk, you're going to go talk to her, you might flirt with her a little bit, but what happens is sometimes you guys might not get her number. You might not try to close the deal. You might not say, hey, let me get your number, or hey, here's my number, let's hang out sometime. The reason why some of y'all won't say that and y'all just walk away after you don't talk to her or whatever is because you're scared of hearing no. You understand? You don't want to so you want to feel good about approaching a girl and talking to her, but you don't want to close the deal because you don't want to hear her say no. You don't want to get rejected. So you just walk away with the feeling of feeling good that you even talked in the first place, but you're too scared to close the deal, right? Women are the same way. When they're intimidated by you and they think you're too good, what happens is they like the attention that they're getting when they're there with you at that moment. They like the interaction. They're feeling the vibe and everything, but they don't want to get with you because you saying no to them is not necessarily in the moment. It's after they fuck. It's after you, that's no, when I don't call you again. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't want to have to deal with that. They don't want to have to get fucked by you. And then you leave or you never call her again and she's upset and she's pissed off and she's angry, yada, yada, yada.
That's the real rejection. But here's the thing too. It's when, like you said, Locario, they'll enjoy the attention and the time at the bar or whatever. Why? Because it's a higher quality interaction than what they usually have.
Right.
Like I told y'all, I'm hearing stories in the street about chicks getting taken to the Chick-fil-A drive-through, and niggas is like, yeah, so after so you could give me head, before we pull up to the thing and make the order.
Right.
Because niggas is like, well, if I buy you Chick-fil-A, then you got to give me some brain in the car.
Right.
You understand? And I'm like, hey, everybody got their own style. It's all good.
Right.
But there's levels to this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's certain strategies. There's ways that you do things to evoke a certain emotion from the female and to have a certain quality type of experience, right?
Right.
So what happens is when a woman sees that she's in the presence of a quality dude, not I ain't talking about a high value dude or whatever the hell you think, based on all these other things floating around, I'm just talking about a high quality dude, period. Meaning that a guy who, most importantly, he has everything right up here. Right? He understands his identity and so on. She fucking, it's like she's celebrating. Like she's living. It's like she's like living vicariously through that experience. Like, wow, I'm actually talking to a guy that knows how to use 3 and 4 syllable words.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Then, if she sees you well dressed, smelling good, you're confident, maybe even a little bit arrogant, you have a great sense of humor, right? Other than the fact that she's worried about moving up to your level, you know what she's also thinking? This nigga probably got so many bitches.
Right.
Do you understand?
Facts.
This guy, he probably talking to. This is where you get the shit when they say shit like, "You probably say that to all the girls."
Right.
And then you lean and you be like, exactly.
Facts.
I say that shit to every last one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because once I say it, everybody's pussy get wet. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then it's like the intimidation factor gets even higher. Now, it's not just her intimidation of you.
Right.
Now she has to consider that she has to compete with other bitches.
Right.
And trust me, she's always going to think that any other bitch you talking to look better than her, probably smarter than her, probably got a better job than her. And if she got kids, she probably thinking, oh, she probably younger than me. She ain't got no kids. She ain't got no stretch marks.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? These are the insecure things that they start to think about. And this is why you could be so on point. You could have your game could be tight and you still might get a rejection here and there.
Right.
Because the chick is intimidated. She's looking at you like, this nigga's gonna he's gonna fuck this. And and you know what makes it even worse too? This is something else she's thinking. This nigga, he look a certain way. His mind is right. He just sound like the type of nigga that got shit on point.
Right.
She's thinking, there's no way I could. Number one, there's no way I could step up to his level. Number two, this nigga got bitches. Number three, if I let him fuck me, because of the fact that he's so on point and in tune with himself and his own sexuality, he's probably gonna give me some of the best fucking sex I ever had in my life.
Right.
And then she starts to think about all that shit. And then she thinks about the other part that you might fuck the shit out of her, leave her crying in the corner with 15 orgasms. And then she thinks about the fact that you may never call her again.
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yo, I've had bitches actually tell me shit like that before. I'm sitting there, whispering in their ear, going in, explaining to them how I would do this to them and that to them. And the bitch look at me and be like, see, that's exactly why I can't fuck with you.
Right.
Because you just talking the type of shit that I don't even get to experience from a lot of these ain't shit niggas out here. Because most of these ain't shit niggas, they just go to town. They just, all right, bitch, I'm out.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your style, that's your style. Enjoy yourself, bro. No problem.
Wade Wilson is ridiculous. He said, Miles, based on what Miles is saying, being a dude on point sounds like it does more harm than good. So why be on point? Why not just be Dusty? This nigga. Bro, this is why we say the game ain't about women, bro. That's comment right there. That comment right there.
Exactly.
Exactly why we try to tell you it's not about the chicks, because it's not about, why am I going to be Dusty just to get pussy?
Right.
If that's the case based off of your comment. See, this is what we're trying to explain to you. We're trying to explain to you is that you're on point for you. So now, because you're so on point, right? You're a guy who's at the top. When you're at the top, there's going to be motherfuckers that's intimidated. Now, I'm trying to teach you guys how to fucking pinpoint when a woman is acting that way because of that, and you to have self-awareness to understand that this is what's actually going on instead of something else going on. Because see, this is what's going to happen. If you guys don't understand the signs and what's going on, you'll think that you're going to be thinking it's something else. You might think that her being intimidated is her being disinterested. Saying in certain situations. So let me give you guys another example, which is something that most guys don't know or don't really even understand, right? So, and I've never really heard anybody even talk about this like this online, but let me explain it to you guys, right? So what happens is that sometimes when a woman is really intimidated by you and she thinks you're out of her league, she thinks that you're this guy who's like super on point, yada, 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 right? When you're on a date with this girl, let's say you go out to get drinks with this chick, right? What happens is that as she's talking to you and interacting with you, she starts to realize more and more that you're not the average dude. She starts to realize more and more, damn, this dude is smooth as hell. He's cool as shit. Like, I'm starting to feel him more and more. Now, this is what happens. She's been showing you interest already. You understand? Because she's showing that it's obvious you can tell this girl is interested. Now, what's going to happen is this. She's going to somehow, in some way, pull back a little bit because she's going to try to differentiate herself from all the other women. Because in her mind, she's going to say, like Miles was saying earlier, she's going to be thinking, damn, this guy must have a lot of women. Like, I know this guy has options. I know women probably just fuck with him off the strength and they, you know what I'm saying? He has it easy. So what she does is she's going to say, you know what? I'm going to make it a challenge for him. So what happens is they first start showing interest and they're cooperative as hell. Then all of a sudden, like a switch like this,
right?
They trying to be a challenge because they started to recognize the type of guy you are. So what they're doing is they're trying to differentiate themselves from the other women so that you can't treat them like the other women, so that they can stand out and then might give them a more of a chance for you to be attracted to them. You see what I'm saying? So what she's saying is, damn, this guy is on point. So, I gotta make sure he doesn't think I'm like all these other easy girls and just gonna give it up to him and he's gonna just fuck me in and kick me to the curb. So I gotta throw out a little bit of a challenge. I gotta fucking act like or pretend or put out this energy that I'm not like that. I'm not like these other girls. I'm different. You understand? And so this is what's gonna happen sometimes when you're out with these girls and they're gonna, interact with you in a way where they're going to try to play this role of, oh yeah, you got to try a little harder to get me. I'm not the type of girl. You got to do this and you got to do this extra shit. So a lot of times what happens is guys will start to think that this means the woman is starting to lose interest in the situation because she's falling back a little bit or she's acting a little harder to get. But really what it is that she's trying to differentiate herself and make it seem as if that she's worth more. You feel what I'm saying?
It's special.
Bullshit, right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta notice that's happening. Now, how do you resolve this? How do you actually still interact with her to still make shit happen? Right?
How do you navigate the terrain?
Exactly. So this is all you need to do, guys. This is all you need to do, right? And this is why you got to notice or recognize when this is happening, right? So what it is that when you're interacting with her, you need to basically let her know, right? Either blatantly let her know or through your actions let her know that you know what she's trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? You know it. And so you just basically eliminate that thing that she's trying to do and get right back on track. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, let's say you chilling with the girl, everything is cool, and then she starts to like try to play hard to get and all this other stuff. And then you say, listen. Listen, I know you want me. I seen how you've been looking at me all night. Like, stop with the bullshit. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling her, like, look, I can see what you're doing. Like, I'm gamed up. I understand this bullshit you're trying to pull. And we don't got to do this song and dance.
Right.
So how about we just drop the shit? You can save yourself some energy and we can continue doing the shit we trying to do. Right now, after you do that, what it is that you're consistently in the situation, letting her know. Because remember, I told y'all guys before, right? Y'all have to, when you're a guy that women see as that valuable, top-notch, confident, attractive dude, you have to validate them. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, the only reason why she's falling back is because she has to sort of put herself on a pedestal to get to your level. You understand? So you need to let her know, listen, we ain't got to do all of that. I'm feeling you. Don't worry. I understand that you think I'm too good for you, but it's okay. You understand? We good. You understand? I'm feeling you. Don't worry about it. You understand? And so you're letting her know that this is what it is. So you're validating her to let her know that she is at your level, or you're bringing her to your level so that she can relax and actually interact and enjoy the situation with you. You see what I'm saying? Because again, y'all be forgetting that women have insecurities. They're going to cause them to act certain ways to try to, protect their ego, because her falling back is really her protecting the ego, because she doesn't want to be, just another chick that's under your Macish spell. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is that she still does want to be another chick that you fucking with. You understand what I'm saying? But she just doesn't want to sort of get lost in the sauce or feel like she's, like out of place, or, I don't know what's going to happen, or, I don't know what's going to go on. And she starts worrying, and all that worry turns into her not wanting to actually do anything with you. Because when women are uncomfortable, they retreat. You understand? Doesn't matter if they're even attracted to you. A woman can be attracted to you, but if she's uncomfortable, if she's nervous, if she's feeling all intimidated, she will retreat. She will go. And this is why you have to validate chicks when you see, especially when they are chicks who are feeling you, but they're intimidated.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. You feel me?
But some of them, at the end of the day, you got to charge them too, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's because here it is. It's one of them situations where you can give her a chance to kind of come back home.
Right.
You understand? And that's what Locario is talking about. Like, take control of the situation. Be like, listen, I know what you're trying to do. I know how you feel. It's all good. You understand? Just come here. Let me palm that fat ass. Come here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And try to get back to having fun in the in the interaction, right? Get back to you and her just enjoying each other, and keep her mind focused on that, right?
Right.
And you have some women that will fall back in. Right? You have some women that will definitely fall back in. I've been in those situations. Remember that shorty I had that she tried to like break up with me and shit. And I acted like she wrote this long ass text about why we couldn't be together and this, that, and the third.
Right.
My next text to her was, listen, I got some laundry I need to do. When can I come over?
Right.
That was my next fucking text. She was like, oh, I think we need to fall back because, you're this and I'm that, and we're just totally opposite, and I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Paragraph.
Right.
Basically wrote a fucking book on the nigga. And my next text was, I got some laundry. When can I come over so you can do it? And she's like, oh, well, you could come by tonight.
Right.
Now, she in her long ass text, she broke up with me, guys. I'm not
right.
Like, straight broke up with a nigga. Like, she dumped me, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was just a part of the intimidation. I was just like, I just brush that shit to the side, regularly scheduled program.
Right.
I got some laundry. When can I come get it done?
Mm-hmm.
And while the laundry was getting done,
Exactly. All that shit. All that. You know what I'm saying?
the relationship or what? Yeah, exactly. While the laundry's getting done, that's all that was going on that night. You understand?
Right.
And because of my level of game, I got like another 3 months out of that situation.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But she pulled that same shit again, and at that point, I was like, I'm good. I'm done. I'm done trying to coach you.
Right.
Because you continuously show this type of resistance, and I ain't really got time for that. And I'm still we still in the early stages of the vetting process. And if you show me that type of resistance, then you're showing me that you're not your desire to be, you're in your level of intimidation when it comes to me is higher than your desire to want to be with me.
Right.
And so I had to let her go. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But then, so even though I squeezed another 3 months out of her, I still had to charge her.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because here's the thing: sometimes when you meet a chick, you're meeting her at her level.
Right.
You understand? And this is also something that we have to understand in general, and this is why we always tell you guys, you can't get hung up on rejections and all of that dumb shit. Because a lot of times some chicks are just straight up not ready to meet you at your level.
Right.
You understand? Because you meet people at different stages of their life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And when you approach a chick, you don't really know what's going on in her life. You throwing darts and you throwing shit at the wall and you seeing what sticks.
Right.
That's why we tell you guys it's a numbers game, right? You approach a chick, you don't really know what's going on in her life. Like she probably could have just lost her job, or she probably could have just got dumped, or she probably lost a family member and she's feeling a certain way where she's just not really prepared to meet you where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Because you coming up to her, cool, you smelling good, you dress nice, you're having a dope ass life.
Right.
And she might not be ready to partake in that dope ass life at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just got to let it slide. That's why we tell you guys, you give them your number and you say, hey, when things clear up, when your schedule opens up, you give me a call. We could go have a good time. You understand? And then you leave it right there.
Right.
Because sometimes when these chicks, remember, we're talking about females, very, very insecure people, right? They're very insecure creatures. They're always worried about what other people think of them.
Right.
You understand? And so when they see that you're at a certain level and they're not at that level and they got to put in some work to get to the level, sometimes it just doesn't work out, bro.
Right.
You understand? So we have to, so we have to really remember these things and understand that not like, niggas like, oh, she ghosted me. Oh, she rejected me. Oh, she wasn't feeling me. So trust me, dog, that don't got nothing to do with you. Because dudes call us up and be like, yo, I'm on the bad boy membership. You know what I'm saying? I dress nice. My game is tight. And I hollered at this chick at the club and she still tried to play me, yo. And it's like, bro, we didn't say that as soon as you get on the bad boy membership, every bitch is going to fall to their knees and suck your dick.
Right.
Nobody said that, bro.
Right.
We're telling you, your bad boy membership is built for niggas who wants to understand how to navigate through all of that and still get bitches.
Exactly.
You get me?
Exactly.
That's what it's about. So, it's, there's a lot of things that go with it, man. These chicks, sometimes their level of intimidation is just way too high. And even though they feeling you, they're not ready. They're not ready to even overcome their intimidation, because intimidation and fear has to be overcome. Or at least, they say face your fears. It at least has to be faced.
Right.
She has to be willing to say to herself, listen, this guy is a quality dude. You know what? I'm willing to risk fucking him and him not calling me.
Right.
She has to be feeling you that much.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, she had camera cut off, I think, bro.
Yeah, my camera. I think the battery. And I'm gonna switch to this camera real quick. Right?
That's funny.
She has to be feeling you that much,
Right.
to where it outweighs the fear and the intimidation that she feels when she's around you.
Right. See, Wade Wilson always asks the crazy. He said, Miles, if she saw your value, why would she dump you? Again, this is the whole title of the show, bro. Because the chicks, they stop fucking with you sometimes because they're intimidated. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're intimidated. That's like saying to a girl, well, if he saw your value, how come he didn't come up and approach you? Because he's scared. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's scared. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. But let's go to some of these calls real quick. We got 2929 numbers. So we're gonna go with 929216. So 929 was popping. What's going on? Who this?
Hello?
Yo, what's popping? Who this?
Hello?
What up? What up? Who's this?
Oh, what's good, man? It's Banks.
What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I just joined. I ain't even jumped to that. I got you though.
Yes.
Oh, don't do that.
Listen. I'm gonna put you on hold, and I'm gonna go to the next call and donate, and then I'm gonna come back to you. All right, I'm gonna put you on hold. All right, the next 92923 929. What's going on?
My brothers, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on? Who this?
This is Coach Ray from New York City. Shout out to Miles, my brother. I'm a boxing coach from New York City.
There you go.
What up, my brother? What's going on? What's going on? Did you donate?
Did you donate?
Of course, my brother. I've been listening to y'all long enough to know.
That's what's up. So what's good with you?
Well, let me tell you, this is the first time I had a chance to call because I always catch your streams late and whatnot. But let me tell you, man, for years, man, you brothers have been giving me game and put me on. Let me just tell you a quick story. I don't have a question, but I want to give you an endorsement, man. I'm 50. At the age of 55, I divorced my wife. We've had issues. I'm not going to get into that now. But I was disappointed, and I was worried about getting back on the field, man. And, you know, I'm listening to all the red pill stuff and reading books and learning what it's like to get back into the game and whatnot. And your feeds always come up on YouTube. And I said, you know, I don't know if I want to listen to these guys, man, because, you know, they're young. They're black. I don't know if their demographic is going to really apply to me, but, you know, I gave you guys a shot because some of your thumbnails were on point, and I listened to you, bro. Oh, my goodness. Bro, I cannot wait. I can't wait enough to hear you guys every day. And this topic right here, man, yo, I'm thinking because of my age, you know, shit was going to be different. Bro. You know, listen, man, I'm bagging chicks 20 years younger than me. You guys put me on. Now, I do have some philosophical differences in you, but differences, you know, from you guys. But no need to get into that. What I want to tell you guys is that you guys have been on point, man. You have educated me. You have given me life, hope. And let me tell you, I put a lot of guys on to you. I don't know if they're as generous as me. But let me tell you, you've changed my life for the better. I have a nice rotation. I know how to handle it. And nothing, it is very ironic. And should I say, it's a great opportunity tonight that this particular topic is the one that I actually get to hear you guys. I'm in my office still because I work like a dog. And I actually get to catch your stream live. And I get to call, and I figured out how to donate quick. I've been on the Bad Boy membership for a while before the pandemic. I Facebook with you guys all the time.
That's what's up.
Let me tell you, you guys are the reason that I don't have a question today.
Oh, that's what's up. Appreciate it, man. I'm glad it's working out for you, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It really is, man. Listen, but I gotta be honest. I said the theory is good for theory, but you guys have been you guys put the practical knowledge on how to apply the theory, the game. I love your shows on Sunday where all you brothers get into that manhood stuff, man, because that's what's missing in society. My job as a boxing coach is to help these boys become men, and you guys have now given me that last piece of the puzzle, man, where I could teach guys
and help them and how to become men and how not to simp, how not to trick. Oh my God, I went with my boy to DR, bro, and he had a boatload of them, and I knew I couldn't, bro. I just couldn't, man. I couldn't pay. It was, I tried, but I said, nah, I couldn't. It smelled wrong. I couldn't do it. And I want to thank you guys, man. I really do, man, because you have transformed my life. And listen, I love you, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
And I want you
love you too, bro.
Prosper. And I just want to give you guys a big endorsement, man, because there are a lot of chumps out there trolling you, not donating to you, and not helping you in this important project you're doing, man. Because I heard about those incels and what they're doing, man. They just don't understand. And we're in a job together. We're doing this together, man. I really appreciate you guys helping the young men out, and I want to see your guys grow. And I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Thank you. That's all I have for you, man.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate the call,
appreciate you, man.
That's what's up.
Yo, make sure you put all of your boxing trainees onto us.
Yes, facts. Put all your peoples on, man. Let them know what's good. What's good.
So we got to get them young. You feel me?
That's what I'm talking about. So they could learn this game. So let's go to 412. 412 was popping. Who this?
Hi, Mr. Locario, the sushi.
Oh,
Sushi, what's going on, bro?
What's that?
So what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. I want to ask you about approaching in shopping, like in Target, right? So I've been seeing more and more like girls like in groups in Target, right? So how do I approach that?
Bro, you've been asking me this question forever, bro. We're approaching women in groups. Again, you got to get on that Bad Boy membership. Listen to the program where I talk about approaching groups of women, and it breaks down everything, bro. Everything. You feel what I'm saying? It breaks down the whole shit. I'm telling you. But you got to listen to it, and you got to apply it to what's being said. That's what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? So it works, with groups of girls wherever.
Okay. I was just confused about the whole like Target thing and the group thing, but like the group thing is the primary factor, right?
Right. That's, bro. All I'm saying is listen to the programs. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Study that shit and apply it, and then you'll start to see how it works in real time when you're doing it. But you got to practice. You understand? You got to practice what you learn. So learn the stuff, practice it, and then you'll actually be able to make it happen. But appreciate the call, my brother. Let's go to 929. 929 was popping. 929.
Hello.
What up? What's going on?
Sir.
What up?
It's good, man. Perfect.
What's popping? Did you donate? Did you donate?
Of course.
What's up? All right. So what's good?
So like you were, talking about how, girls, they feel like, oh, I'm too good. I remember experiencing that like in high school. And I used to be stuck like, what do you mean you too good for me? Like, not realizing now that I'm older, but, not realizing I was, doing, thinking I'm doing all the good things, calling them, checking up on them, paying for everything, doing this, doing that. And I never really got back then, like, you're too good for me, but was it more like back then, they should probably trying to break away, like, trying to like, all right, this dude is whack. Let me break it off with him. But they'll be saying, oh, you too good. And I should just be dumbfounded, like, wow. And it's crazy how that you're talking about that, and even to this day, here and there, some of them trying to pull that cards. So now I got my shit up. So I run into, like, for instance, last week, ran into a girl, and she was like, I bet you got all the girls. I'm like, damn right, I'm single. Well, I'm not supposed to have a lot of girls if I'm single? She was just stuck, like, okay. I was, and then I just like I roll with they little punches. A lot of guys can't get butthurt when these girls say certain stuff.
Right. So what do you have a question? Anything?
Hello?
Yeah, so do you have a question? Hello, you got a question?
Oh, yeah. So now, if you're in a long-term relationship and then you got a side chick, both is good, but it's like stuck in the middle. On both, they look out, they pick up the tabs. It's just kind of it's kind of hard. You got two girls basically official, but I'm just in one relationship, and then the other one is a side piece. And now I'm like, should I leave my relationship for the side piece? Because I'm just like stuck on that. What do you think about that, or how you feel?
Well, this is the thing. If you're talking like that, then you basically cheat on your main chick, right? With the side girl, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's the problem already right there. Because why can't you have your main girl and have the side chick and them know about each other?
Yeah, because my girl definitely ain't going for that.
Oh my God! Listen, Miles, you muted. Miles, you muted.
Huh?
Miles, you on mute.
Yeah.
Okay,
caller, how do you know that she won't go for it?
I can't hear you. What you say again?
How do you know that she won't go for it?
Hello? I've been in a few situations. I remember like before COVID happened, I was gonna go to Poland, and I told her like, yeah, I'm about to go out to Poland with my boys, and then one of my boys' younger brother played ball for them out in Poland, so it was like a group of bros. We just gonna go out there. My girl flipped like, what are you doing? There's number white girls out there. Like, you ain't going out there just to see your friend play ball, which I really wasn't. I'm about to have fun. So, she was giving attitude, was a little standoffish a little bit about that. And then, of course, when COVID hit, she was happy that I wasn't able to go.
Yo, how old are you and how old is your girl?
Me, I'm 32. My girl, 28.
Dump that bitch. Dump that bitch now, bro. And the side chick that you talking to, let her know from now that she will be sharing you at all times.
Right.
And then keep moving forward that way, bro. What are you doing? Why are you wasting your life living a lie? The fuck is wrong with you? If I went around town telling everybody you was gay, right? Would you just accept it, or would you be like, yo, fuck that nigga Miles, I ain't gay, right?
Exactly.
So look, you sitting with a girl saying, no, you can't fuck other bitches, even though you want to fuck other bitches. And what are you doing? You're just sitting there accepting it and saying, okay, I guess I won't fuck other bitches because you said so. You see, that's what y'all niggas do. What do I tell y'all niggas? 80% of you motherfuckers is in relationships with bitches that you should have charged already. Y'all think I'm playing, man?
But it's just,
what is it? What is it, my nigga? What is it?
No.
What is it? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
Just how I already know it's gonna be crying and it's gonna be crazy. Like,
so,
the fam know me. I don't need the moms calling me. Like,
nigga.
You see, you're done. You're done because now you listen. You see what happened in your life right now, bro? You got your girl running your shit. You scared to live because of what your girl gonna do.
I mean, I fuck up with.
Yeah, but you do it. You fucking do it on a DL, bro. You a pussy. You a pussy for that. No offense, but you're a coward for that, bro. You're a coward.
His phone cut off. He hung up. His girl probably hung up the phone.
His girl probably is.
All right, let's go to 737.
Woo!
Maybe he'll call back. 737. What's popping? Who this? 737. 737 going once. 737 going twice.
He butt dialed the show.
All right, man, you out of here.
You out of there.
out of here, you damn nigga.
All right. Okay, I think this is him calling back. 929. All right, 929. So what's up with you letting your girl run your whole shit, bro?
Yeah.
I can't say it again, bro.
I said, why are you letting your girl run the whole show? Like, what's going on? Because you saying it like, oh man, I don't want to do this because my girl gonna be acting this way or my girl gonna feel this way. Like, why are you making all your moves worried about how your girl gonna feel about shit?
You know, it's like, cause I can't lie. Like, she is a good girl. Like, she did a lot. And it's just like, damn, you just gonna curve her, like, and it's just like,
Nah, but this is what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
but this is what I'm saying. How are you enjoying yourself in this relationship when you sneaking around fucking with other women? You scared to tell her where you gonna be. You understand what I'm saying? You scared to let her know what's gonna go down. Like, what's going on? Like, what's up with that?
yeah, bro. I'm just like, maybe a little bit overthinking a little much.
Call her. Y'all got kids? You got kids?
Huh?
Do y'all have kids together?
Oh, she wants to. I don't want to.
So no kids, right?
No.
No kids. Do y'all live together?
You know, no, not married.
Do y'all live together?
No, we don't live together.
Nigga.
And wait, how long y'all been together?
3.5 years.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
I don't care how long they've been together. No kids. They don't live together. Not married. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You still single. What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Bro, like why? Like, why are you putting yourself through this shit?
Yo, the last 3 years, you've been living someone else's identity, homie.
Now, this all haven't been, you know, I haven't been doing this till more towards the end. Like,
it don't matter. Let me ask you a question and be honest. And let me ask you a question. When you met the girl your main girl that you've been with for 3 years, when you met her, did you or did you not want to fuck other chicks?
Of course. I mean, I'm a guy.
All right, you've been living. Listen, my nigga, you've been living someone else's life for the past 3.5 years. Why? Because you're a coward. Period. Period. And that's not an insult, homie. I'm saying that out of love and because I want you to live the life that you truly want to live, my nigga. Y'all niggas is pussy.
Yeah.
Because y'all scared to lose your bitch. Let me tell you something. If you're living this type of life that's not really you, you never had her to begin with.
Right. Exactly.
You think you got your girl. You don't have your girl. Why? Because she's living with a nigga that's not, I mean, she's dating a nigga that's not you.
Right.
She's in a relationship with a nigga that's not you. That's not who you truly are.
Right.
So who has she been dating for the last 3.5 years? Not you. Because the real you is on the phone with us right now talking about, damn, man, what should I do? Should I leave my main chick for my side chick? Or no, you know what you need to do? You need to start being honest with women. That's what you need to start doing. You need to start realizing that you have enough value to deal with multiple chicks. And if the chicks don't recognize that, then you just gonna move on to chicks that do. Period.
Right.
Y'all niggas, let me tell you something. This thing about recognizing your value, guys, it works on so many different levels. Whether you're dealing with one chick, recognize your value so she'll respect you. And if you're trying to deal with multiple chicks, all of them have to respect you. Because here's the thing that a lot of women love to do. They love to look their nose down at a nigga for wanting to fuck other bitches.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then you start to feel pressure from these chicks because some of them might end up leaving you.
Right.
But when you understand game and you're confident about your shit, you realize any bitch could come or go.
Right. At any time, for any reason.
Any time, because the game ain't about them.
Exactly.
Y'all niggas love making the game about a bitch to the point where y'all living a whole lie. You are living an entire lie. You got her fucking family believing that you a different nigga.
Right.
You talking about, oh man, I don't really want to deal with the moms calling me and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's because you lied, bro.
Right.
You're a fucking imposter.
Right. Exactly. That's some real shit, though. That's some real shit.
Real shit, Miles. I take all that, man. So
No, and we saying that because it's real shit. Because, bro, you gotta understand, man. Listen, I've been in the same position you was in. You understand? Like fucking scared to let motherfuckers know, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what it's gonna be, and that's that. Because again, like Miles said, these chicks can leave at any time for any reason, for whatever. And understand, women's minds change like the wind. Right. You know what I'm saying? They feel this way one day, they feel that way the next day. They do things based off their feelings, and 1 minute, the next minute, they're all over the place with some other feeling. So if you're trying to live your life based off of trying to make her comfortable, because you was like, oh, but if I say this, she might start crying, let her cry. You understand? She gonna feel this way. Oh, well, let her feel that way, bro. Let her feel it. You understand? You got to do you, because this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to make you kick yourself in the ass. One day, your chick might end up saying, yo, I don't want to fuck with you no more. And then you know what the first thing you're going to think about? You're going to think about all the shit that you wanted to do. Right. You're going to think about you're going to think about all the shit you wanted to do, but you didn't do.
Right.
You understand? And then you're going to feel like a dick because you're like, man, I could have did that shit. Or I should have did that shit that I wanted to do in the first place, because now she gone. So why was I not doing what I wanted to do to try to keep her, but she going now? So I should have just been doing the shit I wanted to do in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's important for you guys to understand this shit. You see what I mean? It's crazy.
But let me just say this though, like, let me just tell you the whole thing. Damn, fuck it. I wasn't trying to go in deep. I want to hold you up on the phone.
Now go on real quick. Go ahead.
When I met her, she was,
Now go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, basically, when I met her, she was a 22-year-old virgin. I didn't even know she was a virgin. It's just when we was dating and talking, I used to bring up sex here and there, and she used to give it a little runaround. So probably like 2 months in, she finally, budged, we was getting it in. She never told me she was a virgin until that, when I was actually getting it in. I'm like, what the fuck? Because honestly, I wouldn't even want to fuck a virgin. I don't want to deal with the clinginess. You're not that experienced. I don't care for that. I'm not really big on, I need a virgin, or I don't care. But she just happened to be a virgin. And I was like, you got to be shitting me. This is like a 22-year-old virgin is hard to come by. With she's an island girl, so she got that culture, that southern like house kind of, want to make sure the man is right. Man is, she has some good qualities on top of that. But then it just gets too mushy. Like the mushiness is the thing that gets me tight, because I don't really like be up under a girl. I work a lot, so I'll be like, I'm working a lot. Like, I don't really like to be up under a girl like that. I told her this in the beginning, like, I'm not really into the whole mushy stuff, but, everything was going good, and then it just got more mushy. And then, of course, love, and, she's in love now. I love you. She can't get off the phone without telling me she loves me.
So what that got to do with anything, though? What they got to do with anything? What they got to do with you? You understand, not doing the shit you want to do?
It's just like, damn, I highly doubt I'll run into like, basically as good as she was.
You see, hold on. Stop right there. Stop right there. Hold on. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. This is what happens. He found the chick that presented like, yo, I'm that chick. I'm a good wifey type. I make a good girlfriend. So he was like, bet. So now that he had her, or she got him, he's like, I'm willing to do what it takes to keep her. So what she'll do is, and this is what chicks will do on the low. This is why chicks be having some game on their ass. Is that on the low, what they'll do is they'll start implementing little by little shit that they want you to do. And they'll show you things that they don't like that you do. So you are like, man, you know what? I don't want to get her angry. I don't want to get her upset. Because why? Because I don't want to lose her, because she's such a good chick. She done so much for me. She been on point like this and like that. So now you start altering yourself as you think you need to at whichever point to keep her satisfied and keep her around. And then now you're here today being someone you're not. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. This is exactly what happens.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So bro, you gotta listen, let me tell you something. Because we gotta take a few more of these calls, but you gotta take some time to really, think about yourself and figure out how you wanna have relationships with women in these situations where it's not you compromising who you are to have the relationship. You understand? Figure out what you want,
right.
Figure out what you're trying to do, and then have women fit into that. Stop trying to fit into what they want. Period. You can't do that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. All right, brother.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate the call, man. All right, we gonna holler. All right, man. See, you see how this shit could go down where you don't even realize that you switched up your shit just to keep the chick because you're thinking this chick is like so on point that you're scared to lose her.
Right.
But it's like you lost yourself in the process. That's the problem right there. You feel what I'm saying?
And you know what it's also bad is that based on the reality of the situation, she should have been dating a different dude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You understand? Like if he would have been honest with her, he probably would have got the smash a couple of times. Then she would have been like, you know what? Listen, this ain't really for me. And then she would have met the guy that's actually about that life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would have probably been able to find a chick that's about the type of life he wanted.
Exactly.
You understand? And he wouldn't be calling us now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you should be honest with chicks. This is why you should let them know what it really is.
Right.
So they can make an educated choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know chicks are emotional and all that shit, but you want to at least give them the information. So if they choose to continue to fuck with you, then it's like, for sure that she's really fucking with you, not the make-believe guy that you're pretending to be.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Crazy.
That's facts. Let's go to 831 and 240. 831 was popping. Who this?
Hey guys, send me a dick pic.
Oh my God.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
These niggas just be on hold forever for that bullshit.
Hey guys.
Let's go to 240. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Matt from the DMV, aka Matthew C. Horn Dating. How's it going, y'all?
Chilling. What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I sure did. I'm on PayPal, Matt from the DMV.
That's what's up. So what's good with you?
Ain't that much, man. This is a great broadcast, and man, I'm just soaking it all in. And I'm just thinking about how that elevated man that you all are describing tonight is the equivalent of the extremely gorgeous woman in terms of his experiences, that he has with women. And I live everything you're talking about, how you can do everything right with this chick. She recognizes who you are, but she's just not ready to step up to the plate. And so she'll sabotage, she'll find a way to mess it up. And that's natural selection right there.
Right.
If the woman isn't on that level, it's okay if she disappears because that's how it's supposed to be. And if you're a really elevated man, like you're describing, someone who values himself, then you're only going to be the only woman that's going to feel safe being in your space is an elevated woman. So it really doesn't matter that most of these women are not on point. They're playing games. They don't know themselves. They're insecure. They're fearful. All of that stuff is irrelevant because the only type of woman that can stay in your space is an elevated woman anyway.
Right.
When you're really elevated, you don't care about those other women, man. The majority of women who are out here playing and on that stupid stuff, because the only type of woman that you're really congruent with is the woman who is elevated herself. Now that creates a little bit of a dilemma because you're only going to be. You're going to have to let a lot of women go. And the mantra for most men is as long as I get the pussy, meaning that I'll put up with anything. I'll eat whatever plate of shit as long as I'm getting the pussy.
Right.
But when you become an elevated man, you're only dealing with certain types of women. And this is another thing I thought about is a lot of elevated men, they are womanizers by default, right? Because you find yourself a lot of women desiring you, and you're running through these women, but none of them can really stick around,
right?
Because none of them can really stick around, and then you end up going through all these women, and when in all actuality, all you're looking for as you're going through these women are some solid women that can be secure in your space, not play a bunch of games, and give you the optimal experience that you're looking for. But in the quest of that, you find yourself going through a lot of women because the majority of women, they don't even know how to deal with a man on that level.
Right. That's fact. That's a good point. And I see that's the thing where, you know, you deal with these chicks and some of them eliminate themselves because they see the type of situation that's occurring, and they're like, okay, I can't really fuck with this guy like that. You understand? And so they're out because understand something. The same way you got a lot of guys out here waiting for choosing signals who don't want to like go and approach girls or try to work for anything in a situation. They're lazy. Women are just as lazy. So they don't ever want to be with a deal with. They don't ever want to be with a dude who they feel like they got to step their game up to be with him. You understand?
Right.
So as soon as they see, damn, I might have to step my game up to be with this nigga, they're like, fuck all that shit. You understand? I'm gonna just get with this other guy or try to make something happen with this other dude who's a little bit, you know, safer. And then this is why a lot of times where you might even fuck with these girls, and let's say even it might be a girl you've been fucking for a little while or whatever, and then she stopped fucking with you because she finds another guy who she ends up being with. And then later on down the line, when it stops working with that guy, she calls you back up. You understand? Because she still wanted to fuck with you. She still wanted to get that energy from that guy who was on point, that guy who was the top guy, but she still knows that she doesn't have the strength to maintain that situation or to keep you interested. You see what I'm saying? So they rather just like leave the situation. You see what I mean? It's crazy. It's some crazy shit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It really is. And, you know, that's one thing I'm accepting now is that, you know, most of these women have a smoke screen. Their smoke screen is the guy that they say that they want versus the guy that they deal with behind the scenes.
Right.
The guy that they deal with behind.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the guy that they deal with behind the scenes, he lacks masculinity. Meaning that he needs stuff from them. He's probably living off of them. They're taking care of this guy. And they saying they want this upper echelon, quote unquote, high value man. But then when they get in his presence, they realize that they're not a match, like you just said, Locario. And then they find a way to mess it up. And the other part of it is that most of these men, a lot of very attractive men who have everything going for them, they have a smoke screen as well. They're like, oh yeah, I have all these bad bitches and this and that. And when you really get around them, you see how much they're getting disrespected from every woman they deal with.
Right.
So everyone has these smoke screens that they're hiding behind. But the truth, which is real masculinity, is always recognizable.
Right.
And that's when you can identify. It's like when you're an elevated man, you're illuminated. And so you can have a guy that calls himself, you know, high value and, you know, he's attractive and this and that, but then he gets around you and it's like a part of him wants to be around you, but then a part of him despises you because you're the truth. You're illuminating all of the bullshit that's inside of him.
Right.
And that's the women that he's really dealing with behind the scenes. So I'm listening to you all and I'm like, man, I'm glad that you really broke down the nuances of this elevated man because I think a lot of people have to ask themselves the question, are you really willing to become that man and accept everything that comes with being that man?
Exactly. That's facts. See, that's the part that dudes don't really get.
Yo,
man, go ahead, Bob.
Yo, caller. How many friends would you say you actually have?
How many friends do I actually have? I have a few, man, but I'm kind of dolo, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's what I exactly was about to say. Like when you reach a certain level of the game, you tend to not have that many friends. Because it's exactly like you said. When you have a certain mindset, you carry yourself a certain way. Dudes, like you literally, like you fuck up the bullshit that's inside of them. Like your presence is like a fucking mirror.
Right.
You understand? And they see the bullshit inside themselves, and they can't even hang with you no more, man.
Right.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Hey, it's funny as that sounds, because these guys, they see how I move and stuff like that. They see what I have, and they want to hang around me. And I already know it's only going to take 30 days before we ain't going to be fucking with each other no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to see the truth. They're going to see the truth of how real masculinity moves.
Right.
Don't tolerate bullshit from women. You're only dealing with women who give you the optimal experience. A woman who tests you, plays games with you, she's gone immediately.
Right.
And those guys try to act like they can be that. They start trying to perpetrate that they're being that, but then they see the real in their presence, and it shakes them up inside, because, like you said, it's a mirror, and that light, darkness and light cannot coexist.
Right.
And then when you illuminate, like you said, the bullshit in them, then it's only a matter of time before it's a level of tension between you two, because they're not willing to do what it takes to elevate themselves to get to that optimal level to become that recognizable and that high value man. It's just like clockwork every time.
Right. Nah, that's some real shit. That's some real shit, man. Man, you dropping some heavy game.
Right.
That's crazy.
That was a great call.
This is crazy, bro. We appreciate the call, my brother. All right, we gonna holler at you, man.
Appreciate y'all as well, man.
Peace.
No doubt, man.
All right. I know this ain't Sushi calling back. Sushi, what's going on, man? What's happening?
Yo, you cut me off too quickly.
No, I didn't. I cut you off at the right time, brother. What's good? What happened?
What are you talking about? So this right. So how do I approach like a mother with like little kids? Like they're infants or something.
Bro, why are you approaching the mom with her kids?
The mom looks hot.
So then why don't you go up and tell her that? Be like, yo, you look hot. Why don't you say that to her?
There's a little infant there, so I don't know.
So the infant don't give a fuck. He ain't gonna care. He don't know nothing.
Well, so infant. What about their little kids? Like they're 4 or 3. They're walking or something. They're not in the cradle.
Doesn't matter. You're an adult. The mom's an adult. You talk to her, and that's that. You're making shit too complicated, bro. Sushi, let me ask you a question.
All right. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. How do you put?
Yeah.
Hold on. How do you put a giraffe in a refrigerator?
Well, just put it in the refrigerator. Is that what you're saying?
No, tell me. How would you put a giraffe in a refrigerator? Go ahead. Tell me what you would do.
Just put it in, right? That's what your answer is, right?
But tell me. I'm trying to get your answer. You just put it in a what? And then close the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that simple? The same way you would just take the giraffe, put it in the refrigerator, and close the door. It's that simple. So you see a woman, you want to talk to her, you go up and you talk to her. That's simple. There ain't nothing special you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to get better at communication and get better at, having conversations, that's another story. But the basic shit you need to do is go up and talk. And that's it. Let her know what you want to make happen. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, my brother.
Well, that's my,
All right. Appreciate the call, man. All right. Let's go to 516.
Locario, you make it sound so simple. It's not simple.
516, what's going on? 516, what's going on?
Hello?
What's up? Who's this?
Hey, how's it going? I go by Carboneless in the chat, and I just donated as well.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. What's going on?
Hey, man, nothing much. So I've been kind of contemplating about calling in for a while because I haven't really found a great way to explain what I'm trying to figure out. But I will say that the caller you just had in before Sushi. I think the DMV guy, he spit a lot of facts, and it offered me a lot of clarity. And hearing you guys talk about that, because I was married last year, and then I filed for divorce because I was being disrespected too much.
Damn.
But then I learned game from you guys and other people on, I mean, for lack of a better term, other YouTubers like you guys, and learned some game. And then I started getting out into the field and like kind of hooking up with a lot of women and becoming that kind of like player vibes kind of thing. But now I'm just like, I'm realizing how I might be sabotaging myself because of the ego, because I am getting a lot more women than I ever have. And I kind of disqualify women very quickly, and it feels like I don't really get anywhere because, but I have like casual partners that I'm like, that I can keep consistent. But as far as finding a woman for more than sex, it's been kind of difficult because I do think my ego gets in the way, where I'm like, hey, I'm really happy by myself. So like, you really have to be bringing something really valuable with me. So how do you deal with that? Like not really finding someone for long term?
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to necessarily try to find it. You understand what I'm saying? What happens is that when you're dealing with these girls, right? If you see, let's say like you dealing with girls here and there, you're hooking up with girls coming in and out or whatever, and you find certain girls and you're like, okay, this one is showing me that she is like a little bit more consistent than the others. And she's showing me that she's actually bringing something to the table. She's showing me that she's, like trying to do stuff for me and get into my good graces and shit. And she's hitting me up. She's chasing me, whatever it is. Like she's showing me things that show me that she's worth more than just some pussy. You understand? Like she has other things besides a pussy that she's showing that she has some sort of value within her that can benefit my life. Now, the thing is, you don't have to look for it, right? You just sort of notice it or peep it while you're just doing what you're doing. Because what happens is that the women who feel that they want to be a part of your shit is going to present themselves to you by trying to fit into your shit. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to try to find ways to make that happen. And then you got to recognize those women who are trying to find those, who are trying to make those things happen, right? So you don't have to necessarily like actively look for it. It's more so it will fall in place once you're doing what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'll use myself for as an example where like, when I was out here doing my thing and when I met April, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I was like looking for some, a situation. It's just that we was kicking it. Everything was cool. It flowed naturally. You feel what I'm saying? She was being consistent. You understand? And then it got to where it was. And so a lot of times what happens is the girls who really want to make it happen is going to happen. But guess what? I was charging a bunch of chicks to the game, throughout that whole process. You understand? And that's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Charging chicks to the game is a huge part of this whole thing. The problem is a lot of guys be trying to hold on to women for longer periods of time than you need to. You understand? The charging process should be really quick because remember, at the beginning of a situation, that's when the chick really should be at her best, meaning trying to give you that best first impression type of thing. And if she's not, then it's like, well, you charge because if you're already fucking up now, then what the fuck I need you for later? You understand what I'm saying? Like you're already fucking up now. The time when you shouldn't be fucking up, where you should be on your best behavior. It's almost like if you hired somebody to work at your company and the first day they come late, you're like, what the fuck? You understand? Or they not even that. They came late to the interview, to the job. You're like, why would I hire you? You feel what I'm saying? So it's that type of shit. But go ahead.
But what if it's not on the first day? What if it's kind of a few months in? Because that's happened before where I'm having a really good connection with someone. She's showing up how I appreciate a woman to show up for me. But then something happens where she kind of questions something. And do you know that like weird feeling you get when a woman kind of disobeys something you say?
Oh God, that's the worst.
Like, what?
I hate it. Go ahead.
So I don't handle that too well, and I tend to charge pretty quick. But even though there was something good going on before, I don't know if I'm self-sabotaging myself sometimes.
No, in that situation, you can just give her a warning, because if it's a few months in, you give her a warning, and then if she does some goofy shit again, then you charge her, because at that point she's earned the warning. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's already been a few months or whatever. She's been consistent. But Miles, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted Kohler, how old are you again?
I'm 30.
You're 30. And how long ago was your divorce?
That was towards the end of 2020.
All right. So it's still sort of, see what's happening. I feel with you mentally and emotionally. And one more question: how long were you married?
Oh, probably like 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it got old pretty quick.
No, see, let me. So what's your opinion on marriage? And do you want to be married again?
So not really, but I did want to clarify that I kind of learned game while I was in my marriage, so I kind of learned to not deal with that kind of disrespect. So I didn't have any game before or going into marriage. You know, I was kind of ignorant. So
no, see, the reason why I'm asking these, this line of questioning is, I think you're putting like. You're kind of institutionalized or trying to institutionalize all your relationships. You understand? Meaning that you're trying to you're seeking to make every woman like live up to the standard of what a wife should be. Right? And I don't know how much you're actually enjoying yourself when you have all of that on your mind. Because you've been married, you've gone through the process, and then you've gone through the process of divorce. So now I feel like your mind has the way that you run your game, the experience you had with getting married, getting disrespected, and having to divorce the chick still has an effect on you, where you're placing all the the resentment, the experiences, a little bit of fear and anxiety that you probably dealt with during the process of your marriage, then divorce. You're bringing all those elements of I guess you could say drama into the relationships that you're having now. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's causing you to like overshoot the situation a little bit. So as soon as a woman does something that you don't like, it's like you start to relive all the anxieties of what happened when you were married, and you're like, nah, fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas Locario said, it's like, well, if she's been around for a couple of months and things are good, you can give her a warning. You know what I'm saying? You can take it easy. You know what I'm saying? You can navigate the situation and see where she's at. See if she can be coached, right? Don't just like, I mean, of course it depends on what it is, because sometimes certain acts, if a woman does certain things and it's like overly disrespectful, you got to get out of there. You got to get her the fuck up out of there. You understand? But certain other things, it's like, you can say, hey, let's have a conversation. That thing you said, the other, because here's the thing too. Another important thing is not to react in the moment either. Right? Let it happen, process it, and then come back to it and be like, listen, that thing you said the other day, I'm going to need you to understand that doesn't really work for me. You understand? So I'm kind of letting you know where I stand. So if that type of thing happens again, then we're going to have to reassess the dynamics of our relationship. You see what I'm saying? And let her know that those type of things might cause her to get either charged or demoted. And that's another thing too. You want to get into understanding levels of demotion.
Right.
right? Because remember, your time and attention is the reward, right? So if she begins to behave a certain way, you can, like, for example, if there's a girl if there's a girl in your rotation, or you say you have certain casual partners, if there's certain partners that you see twice a week and she starts acting a certain way, then you're gonna bring that down to only once every 2 weeks.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then she'll start to see, oh shit, like I gotta start, I gotta get on my I gotta start acting better. I gotta be on my best behavior with this guy because I realize that when I start that sassy shit, I'm paying him less.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So there's levels to it. It's not, but see, like I said, as soon as a girl makes a mistake, look, they're women, dog. They're gonna make mistakes, period.
Right.
We're all human. None of us perfect, right? But women, especially when it comes to certain things, you got to remember they're watching TikTok videos and they're watching YouTube and movies and fucking reality shows, and they're talking to their knuckleheaded friends, their other girlfriends,
right,
who are probably disrespectful to their men because they don't have the game that you have, right?
Right.
So you got to remember they're gonna come at you in different ways. You understand? So sometimes you're going to charge them, but other times you have to understand that there's levels and you have to say, all right, cool. Sometimes you don't even need to say nothing. You don't even need to get into no type of argument. You take it and you just write a little tick mark on your, you remember back in the day with the teachers, like you did some stupid shit and you get a little tick mark on your Delaney card.
Right.
Yeah, kids don't know nothing about that. But basically the teacher is basically giving you a small demotion. Right. So when they fill out your report card, they say, well, this kid has trouble behaving in class. And then your parents learn about it. And they're like, oh, you got issues. Right. It's the same thing. It's like, listen, don't even say nothing to the girl. That, instead of seeing her twice a week, you bring it down to once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Right.
You understand? And then when she starts to complain, or some shit like that, you be like, what happened? Like, I realized that you're different, so things had to change. Like,
right.
What do you mean? Oh, well, you started being, kind of naughty. You know what I'm saying? You started talking to me in a certain way, and I don't like those things.
Right.
That's not the way to talk to me. So I had to reduce your time. She's gonna be looking at you like, reduce my time. What do you think this is? And when you present shit like that to a chick, she got two choices. She could either continue to be more disrespectful, and at that point, for a fact you got to charge her, or she could say, "Oh wow, I really have to, step up my game so I can earn my time with this guy." Because here's another thing too. You got married. Wait, okay. Let's rewind all the way. The girl that you married, how long were you with her before you married her?
About 3 years.
Okay. But you say you didn't really understand games. So did you even understand anything about vetting her, or you were just with her for 3 years and then decided to marry her?
Oh no. I was just like, she came up to me. I was ultra simp at that time. So I was
that's my point.
I was like,
my point. You were basically coasting, bro. You were coasting.
Right.
You were macking on accident.
Right. Exactly.
And then all of a sudden you found yourself in a marriage, and then you realize this bitch is disrespecting me. I got to get rid of her ass. And truthfully, you probably should have charged her within the 3 years that you knew her.
Right.
Because there probably was a lot of disrespect within that time before you actually got married. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, again, the anxiety from even that part of it is kind of fucking with you. You understand? So you respond very, very acutely to any type of disrespect. And what I need you to understand is that another part of it that goes with the game is you have to have patience, right? And you have to be able to assess the situation, leave your ego and emotions out of it, and do what's right for the situation.
Right.
You understand? Not because you have anxiety, not because, you had that horrible experience of being married and then getting divorced so quickly. It's like, nah, sometimes you got to step back and be objective and be like, okay, well, if she's going to behave like this, then she's going to get less of my time, period. You understand? So she can either try, because remember, a woman should always try to be earning her time with you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And if they're not doing that, then they automatically get less and less time. Not necessarily fully charged, but just less and less time. They get demoted.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Only the top choice chicks is gonna get your time like that. The chicks that provide you peace, right? The chicks that benefit your life. The chicks that do that are willing to do things for you and with you just because it's you. Not because you're taking them anywhere, not because you're spending money, but just because it's you. You understand? So those are the chicks that's going to get more of your time. And then you have the rest of them. Like the chicks that just provide sex, you don't even spend a day with them. You just literally spend the time that it takes to fuck, and then you leave.
Exactly.
You understand? And so on and so forth. Meanwhile, you're still dating other chicks, bringing new chicks into the fold to see who wants to step up to the level to be able to earn your time. That's what it's about.
All right.
Right. That's pretty much what I've been doing, but I did not even think about the trauma thing. So I appreciate you for bringing that up, because I can definitely sense that I'm comparing a lot of these women to my ex, like at what she has done.
Right,
So you're definitely spot on.
Right.
So I appreciate that. All the advice you told me about being patient, definitely going to apply that. So again, I appreciate.
Caller. I want you to know something. When I say be patient, I'm not talking about being patient with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being patient with yourself. That's why I said sometimes when the thing happens, like if the little disrespect thing happens, don't respond or react right then and there. You understand? Have patience with yourself. Okay. Have patience with yourself. Take it in and process it. And then when you can actually articulate what's best for the situation, not that you're trying to get back at her, not that you're trying to quell some type of anxiety or some type of thing to hit to your ego. Because a chick being disrespectful, yeah, it'll hit your ego. But quickly responding because it's fucking with your ego, that's a feminine move.
Right.
You understand? You want to respond in the best way for the relationship.
Right.
Not just to get back at her for disrespecting you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You want to do what's best for the situation. So if she's disrespecting you, what's best for the situation is to show her that disrespecting you is going to get her less time. That's the real, because you want to show this woman that, listen, you're in the presence of a quality man. Acting a certain way gets you kicked out of the exclusive club.
Right.
You understand? Like, have you ever seen certain high class, country clubs or dinner party clubs and places like that?
Yeah.
They don't fucking cause a scene. They don't cause a scene. They get a very tall, muscular dude in a fucking tuxedo with his hair combed and in shiny patent leather shoes. Quietly escort you out of the club.
Right.
It's not a fucking nightclub where they playing hip hop music and you see the bouncer punching niggas in the face and dragging them out the club. No. A woman spending time with you is like being in an exclusive country club or some type of high class spot. So when she begins to act a certain way, it's like the fucking Secret Service. Like you got the guys like, all right. Eagle 1 to Eagle 2. The bitch is acting disrespectful. So what are we going to do about this? Okay, we're just going to escort her out of the club and make sure she spends less time, and she'll be demoted to once every 2 weeks and so on and so forth. Okay, Eagle 1, I got you. Affirmative. Very classy, bro. Because the thing is, what a lot of guys don't understand, that knee-jerk response or disrespect is what allows her to go back and forth with you to increase the disrespect.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? But when you have patience with yourself and you say, yeah, she just hit my ego. She hit my ego, but I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna let her have whatever she thinks is a victory in this moment. But ultimately, the victory will always be yours because the prize is spending time with you. Once she realizes that her behavior is causing her time with you to diminish, she's going to have two choices. She's going to have to start to act right so she can gain her spot back, or she'll be kicked out of the exclusive club.
Exactly. Facts. You got $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Gilly the Kid. You got $1 million worth of game in this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely listen back on this, brother, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. You good. You're gonna be good. You just gotta, like Miles said, you gotta definitely take that time to really reflect and see what's going on, so you can make the best decision. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Thank you
Appreciate the
very
call.
much.
Appreciate it. All right, so let's try to get through to the rest of these calls real quick before we get up out of here. Let's go to 719. What's popping? 719. Who's this?
What's good? It's Greg from Denver. I donated.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. What's up, bro? So what's good?
What's up?
What's
So
going on?
this is what I noticed, like pertaining to the topic. I notice when I date women that think that I'm too good for them, what I notice is it almost seems as if they come with this. They try to upsell themselves when it comes time to get sexual. So I'll go out with them, I'll build sexual tension, and I notice they'll let themselves get to a certain point, and then they'll cut it back like, no, I probably shouldn't, because I had one chick tell me, like, I just don't want to be your Friday girl. I know that you probably have women that you sleep with on a consistent basis. So what I noticed is it almost seems just like they stop themselves. Like you said, like they enjoy the moment. They like the tension band built up, but they know like this guy probably just wants to pump and dump me, and then he's never going to call me again. So I don't have a question, but I kind of just wanted you to chime in. So, I've been critiquing my game, and what I noticed is, for me, I kind of go with a lot of 5, 6, or 7. Like as far as like sexual market value. So what I told myself is what I need to do is probably go for the 8s, 9s, or 10s so that I won't get a lot of women that kind of feel like I'm too good for them. So at least if I get the same result and get women saying like, well, like I probably shouldn't or wait. It's like, well, at least it's with the 8, 9, or 10 as opposed to a 5, 6, or 7. So what do you feel about that?
Well, the thing is this, it don't really matter if the chick is a quote unquote 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. The thing is that if you that dude, they gonna feel that regardless. See, the whole 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that shit is really just it's like it's a smoke screen, really, because whatever you think is a 10, I could think is a 2, and another guy could think is a 6. So it's all she probably don't even think she a 10. So the thing is, that's not really the issue. The issue is understanding that what the women are doing, which is trying to increase their value in your eyes by pulling back. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is that you have to have enough game to recognize that, but also have enough game to call them out on that. You understand what I'm saying? Or let them know that that's not really a thing that they need to do. Because what they're doing at that point is they're saying, oh, well, I don't want to fuck with him because if I do fuck with him on some sex shit, now he may never call me again. And I notice every time when I fuck these guys, you understand, they don't call me again or whatever it is like that. Now, the thing is that when you call her out on her, you talk to her about this, right? Even if you want to fuck, you have to call her out on knowing she's trying to fall back, but also you got to let her know that this is what you want and this is all you're trying to do, if that's all you're trying to do. Because now what's going to happen is it's going to be like, okay, this dude, he's being honest with me. So I was assuming that he was going to fuck me and leave, which I'm right. But at least he's being honest about it, so there won't be any surprises. So I actually am interested in having sex with this guy. So fuck it. Let me just do this thing and just take it for what it is. Versus her assuming that she can sort of change the interaction by acting the way she's acting, as if that's going to create a certain outcome. You see what I'm saying? That she is not going to happen with you. You got to let her know that's not going to happen with you. You see what I'm saying? So what you're
saying is you got to do a little bit of seducing there.
Right, basically. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what you got to do.
I got you.
But caller, I think another thing that you kind of got to do, bro, is ease up off of the number shit, bro. She's a 5, she's a 6, bro.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. Are you giving these chicks numbers before or after you get with them?
After.
After?
Wait, like you're talking about as far as the sexual market value. Do I give them a number before or after I date?
When you say a chick is a 6 or a 7, what do you mean when you say that?
Yeah, like what do you base that off of?
Yeah.
Okay, I base it off of looks, like, you know. So I'll base it off of the look.
So that's before.
That's what I'm saying. That's before you get with them.
Before. I didn't understand you before.
Yeah. That's before you get with them, and see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, a chick who looks good, and you might give her a 7 or you might give her an 8. You're I did a video on this the other day, but you're unconsciously pedestalizing this woman and giving her value that she doesn't deserve.
Right.
Just because she looks good.
Okay.
All of these bitches is a 5 or a 2. All of these bitches, they start out down here.
Mm.
None of these chicks get any extra value for looking good. None of them.
Right.
Because a bitch's looks is just how she was born. She's lucky to have those light eyes and fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way the creator made her.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's how her body processes fat. For whatever reason, it puts the fat round about her ass and her thighs and in her titties.
Right.
So you looking at her talking about, oh, she's a 7. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's nothing until she shows herself to be valuable to you.
Exactly.
You get that?
Yeah, I feel you. It's like how you were talking about in the earlier show, like when the guy was like, "Oh, she's nice, I like her," and it's like, dude, you ain't even met her yet. What are you talking about?
Right.
Exactly. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How is your game when it's like a 5 or a 6 compared to when it's like a 7 or 8? How is your game?
Okay, so when it's a 5 or 6, I'll try to be like kind of fast and straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it real, I'll be fast, straight to the point. Like, well, hey, we can get up out of here. When it's a 7 or 8, I notice that I won't really procrastinate, but it's like, okay, let me see what she's about, because this is, a chick that I will want to, kind of maybe further things with.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Okay? And I mean that with all due respect and with as much love that I would give to my brother, right?
Right.
You need to reassess what game is and how to run game, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to do. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with that 6, 7, with giving these bitches numbers before you even know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I treat every bitch the same.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You say something real quick, please.
All right, yeah, let me say something real quick. So hold on. So when you meet a chick, right? So you're saying that, you don't have chicks that you designate like, okay, this chick I just want to smash. This chick I kind of want to, see where things goes maybe in terms of a relationship because she has quality. I'm not offended by what you said, but you're telling me to shut the fuck up. But I made a point on what I said, and you're telling me that I don't make a point. So which one?
No, you don't make a point. No, let me tell you something. Look. I'll get with you on that. I'll get with you on that. There are some chicks that I want to figure out something more substantial, and there are some chicks that I'm gonna just smash, right? But let me tell you how I make that choice. It has nothing to do with their looks and everything I learn about them upon talking to them and meeting them and seeing where the game is at with them.
Right.
That's how I make that decision, bro. I don't make that decision based on looks. Making that decision based on looks is nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have the most beautiful woman in the world, but she could be a disrespectful bitch with no education. Why would I want to get into something substantial with her? Just because she look good?
Right.
But then you can have a 5, what you would consider a 5 or a 6. And she knows everything about my business. She can help me do this. The sex is good.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The conversation is dope. She got mad different. She got a network of people that I could use, resources that I could use to further my purpose and all of this shit.
Right.
But I'm just gonna smash. I'm just gonna pump and dump her because she looks like a 5 or a 6 to my homeboys.
Right.
That's dumb shit, bro. That's exactly why I said shut the fuck up. Because what you're saying is you're giving these chicks value based on their looks. And what I'm trying to say to you is that their value comes after I assess them by talking to them, spending time with them, and I assess the value that they can give me. They don't get no value just because they look a certain way, bro.
Mm-hmm. Right. Facts.
Right, I get that, but compliance is a part of it. So I get what you're saying. I don't just base them on looks. I base them off compliance too. I get that,
nigga. You changing up your story. Now you sound like a nigga that's just trying to save face for the conversation. Because what did you say before? What did you just say 5 minutes ago or 20 seconds ago? What did you just say? I asked you what you meant when you said the numbers, and you said, "Look, bro."
I said that I have women. I said that I have women that I designate for sex, and then I have women that I would like to further things with and see where things go.
And why? And why?
You said you based it off the looks, though.
You said you did that because of the looks, though, bro.
Looks.
Huh?
Yeah, looks and compliance. Looks and compliance.
Oh, okay. So now you're changing the story.
Well, I'm not no goofy. Of course, the chick got to be compliant to you. I mean, I know you know that.
But what it sound like, and we got to go because we with some of these other callers because we're about to run out of time. But what it sound like to me at first,
it's almost 12 o'clock. I didn't
realize the time. What it sound like to me at first is that what you're saying is that if a chick look a certain way, right, you're considering her more for something else versus a chick who's like an average looking chick where you're just gonna smash. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, with even in that type of mindset, right? What you're doing is that you're putting the chick who looks better on a pedestal because you say, well, because she looks better, then she's more likely the type of chick that I'm considering for longer term, but you still don't know nothing about her. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you still need to know something about her to see if she's the type of chick who is better equipped for a long-term situation, because the girl that you thought is a 6 or a 5 who you was just going to smash, she might actually be the chick that's better for a long-term relationship than the girl who's a 10. You see what I'm saying? As far as looks concerned, you see what I mean? That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right. You see what I mean? So that's it. But at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, whenever you get into these chicks who, trying to pull that falling back shit because, they on some, you probably fucking with all these other girls, yada, yada, yada. You just got to understand that that's coming from them trying to change the dynamic, and you got to make it to where you know how to seduce the chick so that you could get the shit popping the way you wanted to get it going. You feel me?
I will give Miles credit on this. I think he did have a good point. Sometimes you just got to charge him because seduction takes a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, in some of your membership, just because you could seduce her, but if her interest is 50-50, it's a good chance that it's probably not going to work anyway when you can just charge her to the game and go find a chick that has higher interest.
Right, exactly. That's what it is, bro. But yo, man, we appreciate the call, my brother.
Yo, appreciate you, bro.
All right, so let's go. We got 3 more calls and we're gonna head up out of here. Let's go to 347-646 to 973-347. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Locario, Miles. What's going on, my brothers?
What up? Did you donate?
Of course, I have to donate. Come on, what kind of question is that, man? I'm gonna have to fucking answer that question.
All right, what's going on? What's good?
I'm gonna have to cut your ass, man. You're Locario, man. You so black, you got kicked out of White Castle just because you asked for that question.
That was funny. What's good?
No funny shit. No funny shit though. I want to bring something up real quick. You know what the thing is though? This is actually from that video from earlier. You guys prove a massive point here, and that is you guys take concepts that don't make sense, but then make sense out of it.
Right.
Now I'm starting to understand why they say, 80% of the girls go for 20% of the guys. Because so many guys out there, when I saw that comment section, like, niggas is really sticking up for tricking. And to make matters worse, and I don't want to disrespect other brothers, but some niggas did some shit that females do. First and foremost, how do you go to a man's house, right? And you cool, and then months later you talking shit on the nigga? Like that's feminine.
Right.
That's feminine.
Right.
And
that's
then to make matters worse, niggas is trying to come up with reasons why tricking is a good thing. Nah, just admit, like, yo, I'm a trick. That's it. Just admit it. Look, I'm a trick. Because look, we all from Brooklyn, and we all know if you got a hoe, right, and she could charge you for an hour, but try to get you out of there in 10 minutes, so she could take the next nigga. That's really the way it works. Right. Because pimps is not trying to allow a bitch to get too friendly with you. But just the last thing, I just got one question though, real quick. Why is it that sometimes you do got those betas that kind of fall through the cracks, that they kind of appear to be alphas for at least for the meantime? It's kind of like how do I word this? It's kind of like, you ever grew up around a dude that people are afraid of, that people think he's the bully, but you know that, like, oh nah, that nigga really pussy though. But only you know that, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, that's the thing, because a lot of people understand the masses are asses. So a lot of people don't know certain things. So they're caught up with like appearances. They're caught up with
appearances.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They're caught up with the illusion of what things are versus what they actually are. So it's the thing where you can have a person who, for example, you know, a guy who doesn't know any better might think a guy is alpha, or he's that nigga, or he got game because he see him with a lot of money and he flashing a lot of shit and he a big dude, and you understand, he looks intimidating. That type of shit will make the average dude think, oh yeah, he's that nigga. So that guy could pretend to be like he's alpha, but he ain't really alpha. He on some beta shit, behind closed doors. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That happens a lot. You feel what I mean? And that's because most people are naive, and most people they're just ignorant to what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I see what you're saying.
Look, you have to understand that some people, because there's something called archetypes. Right. And sometimes if you're lucky enough, like if you're born a certain way, sometimes you can physically fall into an archetype. Right. Just like how even the last caller, right? He's like, oh, if it's a 6 or a 7, I wanna give her the chance to see if we could do something more substantial. But if it's a 5 or a 6, I'm gonna just fuck her and dump her, and that's it. It's like a lot of times, basically, people judge books by the cover. Right. You understand? So sometimes you're lucky enough to fall into the archetype of what looks like an alpha, and then people just don't question it, right? So if you're like 6 foot and you got like, broad square shoulders, and you're the strong silent type, but really is just a nigga that don't talk much. Everybody just gonna be like, oh, let me not fuck with him because he look like he could fuck somebody up. Right. And that nigga never punched a punching bag. He never did nothing. He just come from a gene pool of niggas that got, you know what I'm saying? Big shoulders and broad bodies. Like, you feel me? Right. So everybody just looking at the nigga like, nah, I better not fuck with him. Right. But so they just kind of coast through life. Like, how many pretty boy niggas because I knew a few pretty boy niggas in my time growing up. Everybody thought these niggas was like max. Right. Because they always had bitches. But let me tell you why they always had bitches. Because they were pretty, and bitches fucking strong armed them into relationships all the time. Right. These niggas never hollered at a chick, never approached a bitch, never spit game to a bitch in their life. They just was good looking. And maybe they was lucky enough to always be wearing like some designer shit. Right. And then bitches just kind of like flock to them just because of the look. And every time you see this nigga, he with a new bitch, but it's literally because she went up to him and said, all right, I'm your girlfriend now. And he's like, okay. Right. And you over there thinking, damn, this nigga's a Mac, bro. Right. This nigga get any bitch he want, my nigga. God damn. And that nigga don't know alphabet 1 about fucking with bitches. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just how it is sometimes. Like, some niggas get lucky to fall into those, those archetypes that we've already created in society, and then nobody ask any questions. They just
question it. They just go with it.
They just go with it. That's really what happens, bro.
Crazy. It makes sense. And thank you, brothers. And then I just got one last thing to say. Something happened to me the other night. So the night I was at some shorty crib, right? And she was in the shower. So I go in the shower with her. And then she starts punching me in the face. I'm like, yo, why you hit me for? She said, who the fuck are you? How did you get inside my house? I said, damn, bitch, what the fuck is your problem, man? I have to walk right out of there.
This nigga stupid. This nigga stupid. This nigga got jokes.
Tonight.
This nigga got jokes. I thought you were serious. Let's go to 646 and then 963 and be out of here. 646 was popping. Who did?
That last caller is funny as hell. But yeah, Shy from Brooklyn.
Shy the chef. What up with you, baby?
What's going on? Did you donate?
Yeah, to the cash app.
That's what's up. So what's going on, bro?
Yeah, quick question. I forgot what you said about when a girl, you set up a date and they flake, but they kind of say, for example, sorry I couldn't make it, but can I reschedule for another day? So I mean, I forgot like what's the best course of action for when a girl flaked, but then she says, when are you next? When you free next? Yeah.
So you're saying that she flakes and then she offers like a counter day?
Yeah, so we set up a day, for example, for this past Sunday, yesterday. And she told me on Friday that, she couldn't make it. And if we could have set another day. So it's funny because I was actually waiting to ask you guys, but I kept missing the live. But
right. So wait,
what's the best course of action?
This is the first date?
But she says
first date? This is the first date?
Yeah, first date. Yeah, first time.
God,
First time.
I can't stand it.
I never met her in person.
Right. So this the thing, man. Usually what I say when it's the first time, we're done. You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of like my shit right now. But this is what you can do if you want to still kind of see what's popping, right? So if this is the first date, the first time y'all supposed to see each other and shit, right? And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Something came up. Can we meet up another time? Yada yada yada, right?" And then basically you say, "Well, listen, I don't really do the whole flaking thing, but since you flaked, what you need to do is you need to take me out. I want to go to this restaurant. I need you to take me out to dinner to make up for the flake." You understand what I'm saying? She has to do something where she's gonna have to put in something to make up for that. So if she's willing to make up for it, that usually means that her flake was genuine and she wants to see you. If she's on some, if she start acting funny about that, or she just sort of like doesn't respond to that, that means she was bullshitting you. In most cases, you see what I'm saying? Because usually when chicks be on the, I can't make it and they flake on the first time, usually what happens is that another nigga came in the situation that she wanted to do something with more than you, and then now she's flaking and talking all that shit. So it's like, okay, cool. Well, listen, look, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna need you to take me out to the spot on you. And we could do that, this day or whatever. Or she might be like, "Oh, are you free Sunday or next, this Saturday?" Okay, well, listen, yeah, I'm checking my schedule. Cool, I'm free that day. But this is what I need you to do. I need you to take me out on you to make up for flaking. That's it. Like, she got to pay. She got to do something where she has to overextend herself. But Miles, what's your thoughts on that? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah. Shia, what was the plan? Like, did you already set the date and tell her where to go, what time and all that?
Yeah, I told her to meet me at the park at 2 p.m. Bring a blanket and some fruits.
Okay. All right. So now what I would do in that type of situation, just up the ante just a little bit more, right? So now same plan, you understand? But be like, hey, being that you flaked, I'm gonna need you to bring some, champagne and some whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to bring some of this and some of that too. You understand? So you gotta bring the blanket, You gotta bring the fruit, and you gotta bring me some whatever. You understand? Like add to it. Like with me, I always do drink dates. You know, like I meet him at the bar or like a little wine lounge or some shit. So in that type of situation, I would just repeat the shit and just be like, you know, drinks are on you. You understand? And then, you know, you see how she reacts and move forward.
All right. So what I'm getting from that is pretty much try to let them extend themselves a little bit to see that from anyone.
Right.
That they really want to meet you.
Exactly.
Or if you really like, you know, if you kind of have if you've already assessed the chick, you can use this as an opportunity to try to get it to the crib.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Be like, listen, you know, you already flaked, so you're gonna have to come. You're gonna have to come to the crib. We can have a picnic in the middle of the living room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can throw on some Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real shit.
Facts.
So, and she still got to bring the wine and shit too. You feel me? She got to bring the wine or the champagne or whatever, right? You know, and be like, look, just come to the crib, because if you flake this time, at least I'll already be home. You feel me? Like, or some shit like that.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
But
or the cool part about it too is you could also say some shit like, well, listen, you know, we was gonna have a really good time at that picnic, but since you flaked, what I'm gonna need you to do is make it up by coming to my crib and bring this with you. And also what we're gonna do is we're gonna get naked, because that's what I do on second date. So since you missed the first date, we're gonna just do second date shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like you know what I mean? Like, and then you see if she really about it. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you gotta see, the thing is this, man. You gotta be in some shit where you gotta always have it to where a chick has to show you interest. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the chick to show you interest. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to ever have it so on the fence or kind of sort of maybe, or I'm not really sure. You want her to be able to do shit to show interest. I was talking about that on one of the last Bad Boy membership joints. So I was saying that you want to let a chick go out of her way in a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get, so like if a chick was, let's say a chick needed to drive 2 hours to come see you, that's perfect. Because if she drives 2 hours, that's her going out of her way. That's showing interest. She's actually taking 2 hours out of her day to come see you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the shit like that where you gotta up that ante. Where if you flaked, okay, cool, you're gonna have to do double the shit you was gonna do the first time. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how you do it. All right.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
All right, my brother. I'm a holla. Peace. All right, last call and then we out of here. 973. What's popping? Who this?
Hi, Coach Steel. I donated.
What's going on, bro?
I have an opinion on, I think a lot of guys are too quick to charge chicks to the game. Because I think so chicks will be disrespectful sometimes just to test the guy, see how he relax, see how he reacts, see how alpha he is. So they're testing to see if he gets in his feelings, gets emotional, or it's just like kind of like laid back and playful. And she wants to see if he's man enough to put her in her place instead of just immediately breaking up, you know, or see if he overreacts, type of thing.
Well, yeah, that could also be a thing, but also understand that that's a form of medium interest, though. You understand?
Yeah, but if you react like an alpha male, it turns into high interest. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing.
Because maybe you didn't act alpha at first.
But that's the thing. That's my point. My point is that you're already dealing. That's just a sign that you're dealing with a woman who has medium interest. Whenever a chick is trying to test you and do all this other stuff, again, it depends on the context. Because, like I said, if that chick is intimidated by you, it may not necessarily be her testing you. It's just her being intimidated has caused her to act a certain way. Now, if it is where she's just blatantly trying to test you out the blue and be on some other shit, that is a sign of medium or sometimes low interest. So yeah, you like what you're saying is correct. You can still, respond back and do all that other stuff, but then you're getting into seduction. You understand? And so when you get into seduction, that takes more energy. You understand? And then you're still trying to make it happen in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think it's the end of the world, or if it takes a lot of energy. I mean, so the correct response would be just don't get too emotional don't be a drama queen about it, and also like be man enough to put her in her place.
But see, that's the thing. What do you mean by put her in her place?
It's not overly dramatic.
What do you mean by putting her in her place? What do you mean?
Or or for example, like said something stupid, tell her, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Or just something like that, or what you said makes no sense.
Nah, bro. Bruh, see, this is the thing, bro. I don't think that's even necessary, because if a chick says some shit or does some shit and I'm like, yo, man, shut the fuck up, blah blah blah, I'm putting her in her place, that already is giving this woman too much attention and credit. Like, why would I go down that route to just bother to give her that high? Oh shit, there's a fucking cockroach in my fucking room. Why would I give her the attention to give her that high? Hold on, I gotta kill this fucking cockroach. Go ahead, Miles.
All right, listen, man. See, all of that shut the fuck up shit. All of that shut the fuck up shit. You got to remember, like what I said before, when a woman is with a high quality dude, a high quality dude carries himself a certain way, right? And I kind of get what you're saying, where it's like you can't always just charge a chick to the game, but there are still consequences for disrespectful actions of a female, right? So like I was explaining this, I think to two callers ago, where you have to you still have to punish bad behavior. So therefore, instead of charging her immediately, you might want to, minimize the time that you spend with her. You might want to demote her position. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another way that you can deal with stuff like that, right? Hello? Caller?
It's also, if you overreact, that could be seen as like a beta move, like
exactly. Exactly. You right. You definitely don't want to overreact, and you don't want to get too emotional about it, because reacting emotionally is putting you on the same plane as the female. And this dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
This dude out here,
yes, cockroaches in this motherfucker. Oh man, my bad. Shit.
But yeah, I think a lot of guys think it's alpha to like just charge a chick to the game, but that it's not really always. That might be overreacting, and that could be seen as beta sometimes.
Right. You see, the thing with charging chicks to the game is, it has to do with the type of behavior of the female, and also the time. Right. If a chick has stuck around for a little while, she has earned, like Locario said earlier, she's earned the right to get a warning, right? Or she's earned the right to get demoted and not fully charged.
Right.
But there still will be consequences to the bad behavior, though. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that she's going to spend less time with us, or things are not going to be, like they were before, because now she's acting different or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But the charging of chicks, that type of stuff needs to happen. If it's gonna happen, it usually happens early on. You understand? Because the thing is, if we're just having the first or second date and you're being like disrespectful or you're acting crazy, no. You understand? Because we all know that first impressions are very important. We all know that if you're trying to build some type of relationship with somebody, the initial interactions have to be quality. You understand? We all know that. So if she's dealing with shit in a certain type of way where she doesn't care about the initial interactions, that literally means that she don't have no respect for the situation. So that's why you got to charge her early. You feel me? But like, you know, like Locario was saying, if she's been there a couple months in, you know what I'm saying, and you know things have been good, but she slips up once in a while, it's like, all right, listen, I'm gonna give you a warning, or you know, and then you know I might give you a demotion or something like that. But you still got to you still want to try to keep her on the team to see if she's coachable. You want to give her that chance because nobody's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
And that has everything to do with being in control of your emotions and then being in control of your ability to manage the situation.
Yeah. I even saw it on a Bumble profile. Chick put, "We'll get along if you can put me in my place." But yeah, I heard that chicks will do that on purpose sometimes just to see how you react.
Right.
But
All
right.
All right, my brother. We appreciate the call, man. All right, we gonna holler at you.
Okay.
Oh my God, y'all keep calling in. Jesus Christ, we trying to end this shit, man. Damn. All right, listen. It's the last call, 718. Nobody else call after this. It's a wrap. Hopefully it's a troll. Yo, 718, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, you hear me?
What's going on? What's poppin'? Did you donate?
Good. Yo. Nah, I didn't donate, brother. It's my first time on here.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Nah, we on OT right now, nigga. You gotta donate.
Listen, you got
buddy.
We'll do one quick question. Go ahead. We'll just go ahead. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is about like I got like approach anxiety. Feel me? Like I'm from Brooklyn, feel me? So we all from New York. But like with me, it's like when it comes to like big groups or like if it's like say if it's a female in a club or something, they in a group. Like one-on-one, I could talk to them, but when it's too much people, or it's like, you know what I'm saying? My ego, like, for me, I can't take the rejection, you know? So how do I start caring about that?
Are you on the Bad Boy membership?
Nah.
All right, that's what you got to go. Listen, bro, let me tell you. You got to get on the Bad Boy membership because I have a whole program on how to get over approach anxiety. I have a whole program on how to approach groups of women. I have a whole program on the art of approaching women. You understand what I'm saying? So everything, all the questions you're asking me is literally on the Bad Boy membership.
Right. Not to mention the fact that you didn't donate.
Right. But I'll tell you this one thing, bro. I'll tell you this one thing real quick for free is that one of the things, let me ask you this one question. How many chicks have you approached this month?
This month?
Yeah.
Probably like 15.
15. Okay. Okay. And what happened with?
That's not a lot.
Right. And what happened with those 15 people, 15 women? Nothing. You ain't getting.
You already know. You got the number. They flake. You already know how that goes. So,
okay. Okay.
I know that I gotta get my numbers up for sure.
Okay. So then that's what it is. So so it don't sound like you got a problem approaching women because you approached 15 this month. You know what I'm saying? You was already able to exchange numbers and shit. Right. So
like
this nigga standing right inside the bodega trying to talk to us.
Right. You at a club right now? Where you at?
Nah, I'm about to go home. For me, I live in Staten Island, so I'm about to go home and shit. But I like, for example, like say I'm in a train, right, and she with her girlfriends, it's like 5 of them. I'm not gonna be approaching in front of like 5. You feel me? Like, you know, maybe you feel me? So like, you know how it is. Like they be in groups. Some of them be looking good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I'm kind of like iffy about it. You know what I'm saying? And then you already know, like if you hesitate, you're not gonna really get the girl like that. So.
But why you scared? Why you scared to approach them though?
I don't know. Like I can't really explain it. I don't know. I don't know. I've been like that for a while. Not even with girls, just in life in general. Like, like just just around like big groups and stuff like that in school. I wasn't really like popular like that. So I don't know if that really had an influence on it. But
right. Well, this is the thing.
Kind of what it was.
This is the thing I'll tell you. See, if the fact that you already know how to approach and you've approached people before and you said you approached 15 girls this month, you know how to do it. So what it is that you gotta do it more, right? Because the more you do it, the more comfortable you get doing it. And also the better you get at doing it. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get into a flow. So right now you're not in the flow. And the thing is that if you do it consistently, then it becomes second nature. Because a lot of times the more you stop doing it, the harder it becomes to to go back to doing it. You see what I'm saying? That's the key. It's like, look, it's like anything else. It's the flow. You got to look, because if you every day for the next, actually, matter of fact, you know what you need to do? You need to go to MrLocario.com, go to my website. I have a program called Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less. It's only $7. You understand what I'm saying? Get that first, listen to that, and follow that process and do that first. And the thing is, you just got to do more of what you've been doing. That's the real issue. Like because you good at approaching because you've done it 15 times this month. Most dudes don't even do that in a year. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you just got to continue to do that more to where you get comfortable doing that all the time, or doing it whenever you need to do it. You see what I'm saying? But definitely get that program, but also invest in that bad boy membership, my brother. Do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it's also, I'm gonna add this. It sounds like you actually need practical like strategies and tactics to actually talk to a group of people, right? Because what I hear you saying is, yo, I don't want to approach in front of all her friends, but you have to realize that if she's already in a group of people, you have to approach the group, right? But I'm not going to tell you anymore, because you need to get on the Bad Boy membership, or you at least need to go get that program,
right?
You know, for $7,
right?
Because you have to approach the group. There's no other way, bro. Because if you go over there and just start talking to the one girl that you like, you're gonna give the impression that you're disrespectful.
Right,
exactly. You understand? You're basically just interrupting their conversation or their interaction.
Right.
If you're approaching a group, you have to approach the group. You got to say what up to everybody. Like, hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Right.
You understand? How do you guys know each other? And I'm already giving you too much game. Like, so.
Right. Hi, my brother.
Nah, because I did that. My fault. Can I say one thing? Because I did that one time, right? And it was like a 2-man group. And I went up to the girl and I was talking to the girl, and then her friend is like, oh, she kind of like took her away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Like, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, like.
That's going to happen.
But did you acknowledge the whole group, all the chicks in the group? Did you acknowledge all of them?
Nah, it was just
exactly. Go get the program or get on the Bad Boy membership, my nigga. That's it, bro. Like, you're done, and you didn't donate, so
facts.
So, yeah, you're done, bro. Like, we appreciate you for calling, but you gotta support the game, bro, and stop trying to be cheap about it.
Right, exactly, because that's what happens when you get cheap about the game. You get those type of results. You know what I'm saying?
Being cheap could end up being very expensive. So
facts. So guys, listen, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We damn went there an hour after. I was like, shit, we're gonna end this at 11:30, and that shit just, you know what I'm saying? Ended up fucking. Listen, this way, y'all got to get on that Patreon, people. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of programs and a lot of live streams y'all missed that's on the Patreon right now. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so that you can get all the other shows that we do during the week. And you also get the Bad Boy Show plus other exclusive stuff, you know, out there. You feel what I'm saying? But man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, bro. And guys, we will see you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.